If you have ever tried making 3D stories, you know the pain. Your character changes every scene, the style doesn't match, and everything takes forever. That was me. Until I built a completely free workflow that generates full 3D story videos in bulk with consistent characters, even if you have never animated anything in your life. And the best part is that it only took me an hour of work. 3 weeks ago, I was ready to spend 40 hours for a single video. Yesterday, I generated a 12-scene cinematic story before my coffee finished. In this video, I'll give you the exact workflow, step by step, from start to finish. So, watch carefully and attentively how this step-by-step workflow run, especially the third step, where the magic happens. Welcome to AIpreneur. And let's get started by the step 1. Step 1, craft your 3D story blueprint with ChatGPT. This first step is all about engineering a story framework that guarantees perfect 3D character consistency across every frame. We are using ChatGPT to build what I call a story DNA, a blueprint so detailed that your characters will look identical from scene 1 through the final frame. So, open ChatGPT and head straight to the main chat interface and paste this custom prompt I've developed specifically for 3D Pixar-style content. Hit send and watch ChatGPT construct your complete story framework. This isn't just a story, it's a technical blueprint designed for visual consistency. Now here's where it gets interesting. We need to transform these scene descriptions into precise image generation commands that Whisk can execute. So in the same chat thread, drop this follow-up prompt. You will find all prompts in the pinned comment. ChatGPT will now convert your story framework into production-ready image prompts. Copy all 12 of these. You're going to need them in about 60 seconds when we fire up the automation engine. But before we move to image generation, let me tell you why the next step is going to blow your mind. We're about to generate all 12 images with identical characters using a tool that most creators don't even know exists. Step 2, batch generate perfect 3D characters with Auto Whisk. This is where we mass produce your story images while maintaining pixel-perfect character consistency. We're using a Chrome automation tool that operates like having a personal production assistant who never gets tired. So, open Google and search for this exact phrase. Auto Whisk Automator for Whisk AI. You're looking for a free Chrome extension that turns the manual whisk workflow into an automated free production line. Once you spot it in the Chrome Web Store, add it to your browser. Then, click the Auto Whisk extension icon that now appears in your toolbar language options at the top. Select your preference. Below that, the interface shows 2 different versions. And for this 3D workflow, we want the second version. Click on it to activate that mode. Now here is the technique that makes or breaks character consistency. We need to create master reference images for each character first, then lock them into the generation system. These references become the anchor that keeps every scene visually coherent. So jump back to same ChatGPT conversation and enter this new prompt. This prompt will describe all characters referenced in your story. Hit start, and ChatGPT generates 2 clean character reference prompts. Copy the first one and open Google Whisk in a fresh browser tab. Paste that first character prompt into Whisk's main input field and click Generate. Your first character materializes in 3D glory. This is your consistency. Anchor the reference image that will keep this character looking identical across all 12 scenes. Click the arrow icon in Whisk to save this image to your workspace. Then drag the character image into the subject box in the left sidebar. Uncheck the box for now. We will activate it in a moment. Repeat the exact process for character 2. Paste the second prompt into Whisk, generate it, save it to workspace. Then click the plus icon in the subject section to add a second slot and drag character 2 into that second subject box. Now we lock in the visual style. Return to ChatGPT and ask, this is how we will create the style reference of our story. Then hit generate and copy ChatGPT's style prompt, paste it into Whisk, and generate that style image. When it is ready, and drag it down into the style box in Whisk's left sidebar. Here is the critical step. Check all 3 boxes, style and both subject boxes. This tells Whisk to inject your locked characters and style into every single image it generates next. Miss this step, and you'll get random characters in every scene. Now we are ready to unleash the automation. So head back to your Auto Whisk extension and paste all 12 image prompts that ChatGPT created earlier into the main text field. Click Start. Auto Whisk asks if you want a new project or to use the currently open one. Choose Run on this project. This is crucial because it means every generated image will use your locked character and style references. Watch what happens next. Auto Whisk takes control of Whisk, automatically inputting each prompt, clicking Generate, waiting for the result, downloading the image, then moving to the next scene. Zero clicking from you. Your characters stay identical because they are being generated from the same reference images every time. The whole batch downloads automatically to a numbered folder on your computer. Expect this to run for about 12 to 18 minutes depending on Whisk's processing speed. Use this time wisely, maybe grab a snack, check your email, or keep watching because you need to know what is coming in step 3, where static images transform into cinematic motion. We are about to animate these 3D frames using a tool that just changed the entire game for independent creators. Step 3, bring your scenes to life with Grok animation. This is the transformation moment where frozen 3D renders become living, breathing, cinematic sequences. We are using Grok's image-to-video engine, and the results are genuinely stunning. So, navigate to Grok on the X platform and sign into your account. Grok's video generation technology reads your images and adds natural motion, camera movement, and atmospheric animation that looks professionally produced. But first, we need motion blueprints, short instructions that tell Grok exactly how to animate each scene. These aren't story descriptions, they're cinematography commands. So back in your same ChatGPT conversation and paste this prompt that will describe the animation directive of our story. Then hit Generate. In a second, ChatGPT delivers 12 compact animation commands, each one engineered to work with Grok's processing system. These prompts focus purely on motion and camera work without trying to change the actual content of your images. Copy all 12 animation directives. Now navigate to the folder where Auto Whisk saved your scene images and verify their sequence correctly. Scene 1, Scene 2, all the way to Scene 12. Now, here's your workflow for each video. Upload Scene 1 image to Grok's image-to-video interface. Paste the Scene 1 animation directive into the prompt field, then generate. Grok processes the image and returns a smooth video clip with your 3D character in motion, camera movement applied, and those atmospheric touches that make it feel alive. Download Scene 1 video once it's complete. Then move to Scene 2, upload image, paste directive, generate, download. Continue this workflow through all 12 scenes. Yes, this is a one-by-one process, but here's why it's worth every minute. Grok's animation quality is unmatched in the free tools category. And because you're feeding it your consistent character images from Whisk, every video clip maintains perfect visual continuity. Your character doesn't morph or shift between scenes, they stay locked. Lastly, create a dedicated folder on your desktop and save each completed video with its scene number. Keep them organized in sequence because assembly is coming fast. Now it's time to prepare the next step where we add the emotional layer that turns good animation into compelling storytelling. Step 4, generate studio quality narration with ElevenLabs. In this step, we will add the emotional voice that ties your visuals together and gives your story its heartbeat. And for that, ElevenLabs delivers voice quality that's indistinguishable from human narration. And the free tier is generous. But before we generate audio, we need a narration script calibrated for 3D animation timing. So head back to ChatGPT and input this prompt that will generate the narration script for our story. Hit start. And in a few moments, ChatGPT generates a clean, timed narration script with mood indicators. So open ElevenLabs.io and create a free account if you haven't already. The free plan offers 10,000 characters monthly plenty for multiple story projects. Once inside, you'll see the text-to-speech workspace. Paste your complete narration script into the main text field. Next comes the voice selection, and this matters more than you might think. Click the voice dropdown to browse the library. For storytelling, I lean toward voices with warmth and natural variation. Adam delivers confident, clear narration, while Bella brings a softer, more intimate storytelling quality. Click the preview button next to voices to hear them speak your script. When you have found the perfect voice for your story, verify the settings are standard, and then hit Generate. ElevenLabs processes your script, and within moments, you have broadcast quality narration that sounds human.
Milo Brightleaf runs happily as Luna Pebbleton reads, beginning a gentle, hopeful day.
Download your audio file. By now, your animated clips from Grok should be wrapped up and ready. Time to move to final step where we assemble all the pieces into a finished production. Step 5. Edit and export your final video in CapCut. The final step is assembly and combining your animated clips, voiceover, music, and captions into a polished 3D story ready for upload. CapCut's free desktop editor handles this perfectly. So, launch CapCut and start a new project. Import all your Grok-generated video clips and the ElevenLabs voiceover file into your media library. Here is the assembly sequence. Drag your voiceover audio to the timeline. First, this becomes your master track that everything else synchronizes to. Second, play through the audio, and when you hear the narration for scene 1, drag the scene 1 video clip onto the video track above, positioning it to match. Continue scene by scene, matching each video to its corresponding narration. Since your files are numbered, this flows quickly. Once all clips are placed, add captions. Click Text in the top menu and then select Auto Captions. CapCut analyzes your voiceover and generates perfectly synced subtitles automatically. Choose a caption preset. I prefer styles with bold text and contrasting backgrounds for maximum readability. Hit Apply, and your entire video now has professional captions. Next, smooth out the scene transitions. Click Transitions in the menu. For 3D animated content, subtle transitions work best. Dissolve and fade. Maintain the cinematic flow without being distracting. If you want something with more energy, cross blur or wipe can work for specific moments. Drag your chosen transition between each clip on the timeline. Time for background music. Click Audio, then Sounds, and search for music that matches your stories. Emotional tone, uplifting, adventurous, gentle, whatever fits. Drag your selected track to the audio timeline below your narration. Critical adjustment. Reduce the music volume to 12 to 18% so it supports the narration without competing with it. Your video is now complete. Click Export in the upper right corner. Select 1080p resolution for quality and let CapCut render the final file. In a few minutes, you'll have a professional 3D Pixar-style animated story complete with consistent characters, smooth animation, quality voiceover, captions, and music. Upload ready for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever your audience lives.
Milo runs happily as Luna reads, beginning a gentle, hopeful day. The compass spins. Milo wonders, while Luna leans in, curious and calm. Together, Milo and Luna choose a goal, standing with quiet determination. They step into the woods cautiously, excitement mixing with careful breaths. Milo decides quickly. Luna hesitates, trusting him hopefully. Lost and quiet, they sit discouraged, learning patience in the stillness. Luna thinks creatively, and Milo listens, hope returning gently. They walk on together calmly, trusting the compass and each other. With determination,
And that is it. 5 steps, 3 free tools, 0 animation skills, and you just unlocked a workflow that most people still think requires a studio budget. But the real power here is consistency. This isn't make one video. This is build a system. Do this daily, and you can easily publish 8, 12 Pixar-style stories every week. Push them to multiple platforms and grow faster than creators who spend days on a single animation. Now, I want you to do one thing. Make your first story today. Pick a simple plot, generate your scenes, and post it. And if you need a full automated workflow, check out this video where you don't need to monitor anything from start to finish. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and see you next tutorial.